Hello, New York Yankees fans. We have brand new exclusive videos and the latest news for you. Before we get started, we'd like to invite you to join our channel and give this video a like. It's crucial to get exclusive access to the latest updates. The whispers have finally turned into shouts across the baseball world, and the shockwaves are shaking every corner of the game. Bryce Harper, the superstar with the iconic swing, the fiery presence, and the kind of charisma that fills stadiums on its own, is officially a New York Yankee. For months there had been speculation, the kind of rumor that pops up in off-seasons and never really goes away, but nobody actually thought it would materialize. After all, Harper had been locked into a massive deal elsewhere, and the logistics of pulling him into pinstripes seemed impossible. Yet here we are, staring at the impossible made reality. Fans are already imagining his first at-bat under the bright lights of Yankee Stadium. The crowd roaring in anticipation, the weight of history resting on his shoulders as he adjusts his batting gloves. This isn't just a signing, it's a seismic shift, a statement from the Yankees that they are not just chasing October, they are demanding it. Every rival front office is scrambling tonight, every fan base buzzing, because Harper in the Bronx is more than a transaction. It's a cultural moment, a collision of baseball tradition with modern superstardom that redefines expectations overnight. Nobody can deny the electricity that Harper brings to any team he plays for. But when you fuse that energy with the iconic brand of the Yankees, it feels like the kind of storyline written for Hollywood. Think about the legends who have worn the pinstripes: Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Derek Jeter. Harper isn't just joining a team. He's stepping into a lineage of greatness, a legacy that demands nothing less than championships. And Harper, known for his swagger, his competitive fire, and his relentless drive, seems tailor-made for that pressure. Some will say the Yankees bought another big name, but what they've really acquired is an edge, a personality that can tilt the scales in the postseason. Imagine Harper launching a homer into the short right field porch, flipping the bat with his trademark flair, and igniting a fan base that already expects nothing less than glory. The New York spotlight can crush some players, but others thrive in it, almost needing the intensity to fuel their best performances. Harper, without question, falls into the latter category. This move isn't just about hitting numbers. It's about theater, about spectacle, about the Yankees once again positioning themselves at the very heart of the baseball universe. The timing of this signing is also something fans can't overlook. The Yankees, already stacked with talent, have been hunting for that missing piece, the spark to push them from contenders to unstoppable. Harper doesn't just provide power in the lineup. He brings presence, leadership, and a mentality that rallies teammates. Reports have been swirling quietly behind the scenes for weeks, suggesting that backroom negotiations were happening in secret, but many brushed it off as noise. Now the truth is out, and it all feels so surreal. Harper leaving his previous team to don the most recognizable uniform in baseball signals something much bigger. The Yankees are going all in on reclaiming dominance. The whispers of a dynasty are already growing louder. Opposing pitchers must be groaning at the thought of facing a lineup that now features Harper alongside sluggers who are already difficult to navigate. It's a nightmare scenario for anyone standing on the mound in the American League, and it's a dream for every Yankee fan who has been begging for the front office to make a blockbuster move. Harper's arrival feels like destiny, like the stars aligning for the next great Yankee era. For Harper himself, this isn't just about changing teams. It's about embracing a new chapter, one that comes with higher stakes and brighter lights. In Philadelphia, he was the face of the franchise, the centerpiece of everything. And while that came with pressure, the environment was different. Now, in New York, the stage is grander, the expectations sky high, and the media's scrutiny relentless. But if there's one thing we've learned about Bryce Harper, it's that he thrives when the spotlight burns brightest. His emotional outbursts, his fiery celebrations, and his unapologetic love for the game all make him the perfect showman for Yankee Stadium. Imagine the first curtain call in the Bronx, Harper tipping his helmet to a roaring crowd after a towering homer. These are the moments that define careers, and Harper is stepping into a place where moments become legend. The fit feels almost poetic. The The Yankees wanted a player who could embody their tradition and ignite their future, and Harper wanted a stage where his passion could be amplified 1,000 times. Together, they've created the ultimate baseball storyline. The fan reaction is already wild, with social media practically exploding the moment the announcement was made. Clips of Harper highlights in his previous uniforms are being reposted with pinstripe edits. Fans are creating mock lineups showing just how lethal this batting order looks, and ticket sales for opening day are reportedly spiking in real time. The anticipation is off the charts. Yankees fans are notoriously demanding, quick to boo when performance dips, but equally quick to worship when a player delivers. Harper has all the tools to capture their hearts immediately, but he also knows the challenge that comes with it. His every swing, every word, every look will be dissected in the New York media cycle, and the margin for error is slim. Still, Harper has never shied away from scrutiny. If anything, it has always fueled his competitive spirit. The Yankees have not just added a bat, they've added a brand, an identity that makes them feel larger than life again. In a world where sports often blur with entertainment, Harper embodies both, giving the Yankees a superstar who can dominate on the field while captivating off it. What's fascinating about this move is how it reshapes the entire landscape of baseball narratives for the season. Suddenly, every series against the Yankees becomes must-watch television, every road trip a circus of media attention and fanfare. The rivalries instantly gain more bite. Yankees versus Red Sox, Yankees versus Astros, Yankees versus Mets. Each matchup now has the added drama of Bryce Harper and pinstripes. Broadcasters will build entire storylines around his presence. Analysts will debate endlessly whether the Yankees overpaid or struck gold, and fans across the league will circle their calendars for games that feature Harper under the brightest lights. It's not often that one signing can tilt the balance of excitement across the sport, but this is one of those rare cases. Harper has always been larger than life, and now he's in a city that thrives on magnifying everything to its grandest scale. The whispers that once seemed like fantasy have become the heartbeat of baseball's reality, and everyone is bracing for what comes next. The Yankees just got their superstar, and the rest of the league just got their problem. As the dust settles on this monumental signing, the chatter in the locker rooms of every major league team is deafening. Scouts, coaches, and players are all recalculating, shifting strategies, and reimagining matchups in light of Bryce Harper donning the Yankee pinstripes. For years, Harper has been the type of player who changes the dynamic of a game the instant he steps on the field, and now every pitcher in the league has to account for that. The Yankees haven't just added a hitter, they've added a psychological weapon. Imagine Harper stepping into the batter's box in a tense, late-inning situation, the crowd at Yankee Stadium trembling with anticipation, and opposing teams feeling the weight of every swing before it even happens. It's not just about statistics, it's about presence, about aura, about the unspoken pressure he applies simply by existing in that moment. The whispers that once floated around trade rumors and hypothetical scenarios have now become a reality, and every fan, every journalist, every rival front office is suddenly captivated. The Yankees front office clearly understands this, recognizing that sometimes the value of a superstar transcends numbers and is measured in the energy, fear, and excitement they inject into the game. Harper in New York is a seismic shift. Meanwhile, social media has exploded with reactions ranging from ecstatic cheers to heated debates about how the Yankees managed to pull this off. Memes, highlight compilations, and speculative lineups have taken over feeds as fans of every team weigh in on what this means for the season ahead. Some argue that Harper's presence will push the Yankees into immediate contention for the World Series, while others question whether the pressure of New York could ever be contained by a single superstar. But what can't be denied is the narrative he brings, the storylines he creates simply by existing in a league full of great players. The conversations are no longer hypothetical. They are real, immediate, and impossible to ignore. Every broadcast, every pregame show, every podcast is dissecting what this means for the American League and baseball as a whole. The sheer magnitude of Harper joining the Yankees has reignited the idea that sports are more than numbers. They're theater, drama, and emotion packaged into every swing, catch, and home run. Fans are already speculating about future walk-off moments, highlight reel plays, and signature celebrations, and it's clear that the excitement is only just beginning. There's also the strategic layer that cannot be overlooked. Harper's impact on the lineup is immediate, and it forces managers and analysts alike to rethink rotations, defensive shifts, and pitching strategies. He's a player who can turn the tide of a game in a single at-bat, and that level of influence carries both risk and reward for the Yankees. It's not merely about adding power. It's about integrating a force of nature into a team dynamic, balancing the personalities, and ensuring that the chemistry remains intact. Harper thrives on competition and intensity, which means that his arrival could elevate his teammates to unprecedented levels of performance. The Yankees are not simply banking on Harper hitting home runs. They're betting that his presence will ripple through the clubhouse, igniting a collective fire that propels the team to its ultimate goal. Rivals now face a completely different Yankees team, one that combines history, talent, and now, one of the most compelling personalities in modern baseball. The ripple effect of this signing will likely shape the season in ways few could have predicted, altering strategies, rivalries, and the entire narrative of the league. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. Off the field, Harper's move has ramifications that extend far beyond the diamond. Merchandising, ticket sales, and marketing campaigns are already surging, with Harper's face appearing on billboards, apparel, and social media promotions within hours of the announcement. The Yankees are not just acquiring a player. They're acquiring a brand, a spectacle, a reason for the entire city and fan base to converge on every game. Economically and culturally, this signing injects vitality into the franchise, creating opportunities that were previously untapped. The excitement is palpable in New York, a city that thrives on high-profile stories and larger-than-life characters, and Harper fits perfectly into that narrative. His charisma, confidence, and undeniable skill make him a focal point for media coverage and fan engagement alike. Every interview, press conference, and public appearance now carries weight, with fans eager to see how Harper will embrace his new surroundings and teammates. The Yankees, in essence, have amplified their relevance not only in sports, but in popular culture, ensuring that every move Harper makes will be a headline, a discussion, and a spectacle in its own right. But the pressure cannot be understated. Harper has entered an environment where expectations are historically high, and where failure is amplified through the relentless lens of New York media. Every strikeout, every defensive misstep, and every slump will be dissected, debated, and dramatized. The intensity is part of what makes Yankee Stadium legendary, and it is also part of what can make or break a superstar's tenure in the city. Harper, however, has consistently shown resilience in high-pressure situations, using scrutiny as fuel rather than a hindrance. His competitive fire and mental toughness will be tested in ways unprecedented in his career, and the narrative around him will be shaped not only by performance, but by perception. Fans are already invested in his journey, eager to witness the highs and lows and the dramatic arcs that inevitably follow a player of his caliber. The storylines emerging from Harper's move are multi-layered, intertwining personal triumph, team ambition, and the broader spectacle of baseball in New York, creating a seasoned narrative that will dominate conversations across sports media. Looking ahead, the ripple effects of Harper joining the Yankees will dominate the baseball landscape for months, perhaps years. Rivalries will intensify, expectations will skyrocket, and the narrative of the season has already shifted in dramatic fashion. Analysts will spend countless hours projecting home runs, RBI totals, and wins above replacement, but numbers alone will fail to capture the full impact of Harper in pinstripes. The energy he brings, the spectacle he creates, and the way he elevates teammates are all intangible factors that defy easy calculation. For fans, the magic lies not just in watching games, but in experiencing the drama, the emotion, and the sheer thrill of witnessing history unfold. Bryce Harper in New York is more than a signing. It is the fusion of talent, charisma, and narrative in a way that could define an era. As the season approaches, the baseball world will be watching, riveted by every swing, every moment, and every headline, knowing that the whispers have become reality, and that a new chapter in Yankee lore has begun in the most explosive way imaginable. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.